So first of all, this is the functional component, and here what we are using, using two things here: use selector and use dispatch. So use selector is just to fetch the data from the store, and use dispatch is to dispatch an action for reducer so that reducer can update the value inside the store. Hey guys, welcome in MUO Sigma classes. My name is Piyush, and in this video we are going to discuss what is Redux and how we can start working with Redux in React Native. So the very first important thing is to understand the flow of Redux. So here we have UI. Okay, this is your mobile app, or you can consider like this is a web app. So overall this is the UI. Okay, so from UI something we will trigger. Okay, we will trigger. What we will trigger? We will trigger action. Okay, there can be several kind of action you can trigger from UI. Okay, when action will trigger, action will send some data, some type to reducers. Again, there can be multiple different type of reducer. So UI and then action and then reducer. Okay, and then after reducer will update. Okay, will update the store. Okay, so this is the important thing, and a store contain state. Okay, store contain states, and state we always use in UI. So for example, you have this mobile page. Here we have this button called sign in. So this sign in button contain a state. What kind of state? Is enable. Okay, if is enable is true, then user can press on this and trigger the API. It means this button will be enabled. If it is false, disable, because of this state is false. So we have two approach. One is to hold this state inside the component only, and will update the state in the component only, and we will use it. Okay, this is the approach 1. Okay, now the approach 2. How we will manage the state using Redux. So here you can see we have to trigger an action. So let me tell you. So here let's say we have two fields, username and password. With a username, here we have password. So if the username and password is filled, okay, we have to manage the state is enabled is true. If anyone in the username and password is not filled, then we have to make is enabled is false, right? So if it is, I mean, if both username and password is filled, then we have to trigger an action, right? Cool. An action will send the type and the state hold data. I mean, we what exactly we have to make the state, true or false. So it will contain two things. One is the type. This action will contain two things, type and the payload. In payload we can have true or false. Okay, and type can be anything which should be unique. Okay, when this action will trigger, this data will go to reducer. Because of we are getting this data this object, you can say. So in this case, if it is matching, then we have to perform some operation or the logic. If let's say this payload is true and the type we are matching here, then we have to make this is enable with true. Okay. If it is true, that means this reducer operation is done. And then what reducer will do? Reducer will update this is enabled with true where into store. And you know, a store containing what? State. Okay. And this will this state who will get this state from store? The UI. And because of this is enable is true, this button will get enabled and user can easily press on this button and user can hit the API. Got it? And this is the real world example. So what we have to do? We have to set up the Redux. Okay. So let's get understand step by step each and everything. Open the terminal. So the most important thing, first we have to install the packages, the required packages, right? So what are those essential important packages? So npm install React Redux and Redux. These two packages you have to install in order to set up the Redux in your project. Okay, then go to cd iOS, pod install for iOS, and for Android you don't need to do anything. Now, pod install is also done. Go back and let me close all the open tab. Just ignore all other files, okay, like friend refers, home screen. I mean, just ignore these all files. So the important thing is we should have this package.json, and here we should get the Redux package and React Redux package. Here you can see we have 7.2.6 version of this React Redux and Redux with 4.1.2. Okay, so let me take you to the index.js. This is the another most important file where we are registering the component. Okay, and here we have this root app component. Okay, so let me take you to the app root component, and here you can see we have a lot of things, but we have to ignore these all things. Okay, just ignore, delete these things, and deleting all other unuseful stuff. Okay, deleting this as well, deleting this as well, this as well. Okay, so now this is now a very basic component. This is the root component first of all. Okay, so we have to first import from React Redux. Okay, what we have to import? Provider. Okay, copy this provider, and here in the return just use provider like this as a parent. Okay, and here under in provider you can write anything here. For now let me use text. Okay, hey, this is Redux demo. Cool, and we have to import this text as well. Okay, from React Native package. Okay, after this provider, what you have to do, you have to create a store, because in the provider you have to pass a store so that each child component under in this provider can access the store. Okay, so you have to pass the store in store key. So let me create the store store.js. So here we have this store.js file. Okay, so here we have to import first of all two most important things from Redux. Okay, what are those important things? First is combine reducer. Oh, combine reducer. Then second one is create store. Okay, let Let me create a variable like store, and I have to use my create store. Okay, and then I have to pass my reducer. So I will create one function, let's say root reducer, and it will accept two parameter. Okay, state and action. I have to return this with different function. Okay, let me create a different function that should be an app reducer. Okay, here I have to use my combine reducer because I have to combine my all of the reducer that I'm gonna use in my application. Okay, it's existing reducer. Okay, reducer name. Okay, and I have to call here app reducer with, by passing with this state and action. Cool. So here we have this create reducer. Under in this we have to call root reducer. So we have to create the reducer, and we are creating a counter example. So let me give some relatable name. Let's say counter reducer. Okay, .js. Cool. So we have this counter reducer.js file. Okay, so as I said, like reducer is a plain JavaScript objects. So let me create a function. So just copy this name and just use here. Okay, and just create the plain JavaScript object. Okay, so here what I have to do, here we have to pass the state and action. Okay, and because of the state I want to initialize the state with a counter 0, with counter 0. So I'll pass like this. So the initial value of the state is count equals to 0. Okay, and this is fine. Okay, under in this function we have to create switch and case. So under in switch we'll get the action dot type, correct, and on the basis of type only we will do some operation. Okay, so case, if this case is matching, then what we have to do, we have to return what we have to return. We have to return object dot assign. We have to return something. What we have to return, we have to return the state updated. We have to return the updated state. Okay, so dot state, and then under in this we have to return count, but old state dot count plus 1. Cool. So if this is the case, it will basically increase the counter value by 1, and it will return the count. Okay, is there anything that is wrong? Okay, this is the action dot type. Okay, the counter. Okay, we have to export default counter reducer. Okay, this is fine. Okay, so we don't need to do this. Okay, cool. Not in this default, I believe we have to do this. Okay, so we have to write colon, same scene, the same thing here also, and copy and paste, and with the decrement. Cool, correct. Just copy this and go to the store. Here also what we have to do, we have to export default store, and here copy this name, and we have to import our reducer first. Import counter reducer from. Okay, cool. So here what we are doing, we are creating the store, we are passing this root reducer as a function, and in this function we are passing the state in action, and we are returning another function that is app reducer. There we are combining the reducer like counter reducer going to the app. So you have to understand this app.js file first. You have to understand this app.js file. This is very important thing. You have to just pass the store. Okay. So for that you have to just import. What you have to import? You have to import the store. Pass the store here. Pass the store here. This is fine. And now the provider is fixed here. So now we are done with the provider, and under in this provider we have this text. Okay. Now we'll create counter action component. Okay. So let me create counter action.js. Cool. So this is okay. Now we have this counter action component, and let me paste like this, and counter action copy, go to the app, deleting this text, and we're gonna use this counter action component. Here we have to import also. Not to import here, make it sort. So let me use shortcut here. Counter action. Okay. So I'm just passing the counter action component under in my provider and importing here. Okay. Go to this counter action component. Okay. Cool. So here in this component, what we can do, we can export default this component with this name, counter action. Okay. And we can create this component like functional component. We can create it if you want. Let me do that. Let me do this for you. We don't need to extend then property. Okay. Then we don't need this render part. We don't need this here for now. Okay. Now we have this counter action functional component, and we can easily pass props. Cool. Pass props like this. Cool. Okay. So after this you have to just import in order to access the default initialized store and to update that initialized default state. So in order to update that initial state count value, you have to create the action, and then you have to dispatch that, right? Use connect here. Okay. And we have to use this connect. We have to use this connect as a HOC function here in this component. Okay. So as a HOC function. So in this connect function, we have to pass two things here. We have to pass two arguments. First is map state to props. Another one is map dispatch to props. Cool. And what are those map state to props and map dispatch to props? We need to create cons map state to props. Here we will get the state. Okay. So state and count, let's say state dot count reducer. We do not have anything, right? So for now what you can do, just pass the state only in the count. Okay. This is map state to props. What about the map dispatch to props? Const map dispatch to props. Okay. Here you have to pass dispatch. Okay. Sorry, not like this. So we have to define two different type of action. So one is for increment. Okay. Just use dispatch. We need to dispatch counter increment. So here in map dispatch to props, you have to dispatch an action. Okay. So where is the action? We need to create an action also. Action, we need to create an action. So export const counter, oh sorry, we have to create const and counter, let's say increment. Okay, cool. So we have to give the type with action, some actions like we have to give the action type. So under in the reducer you have mentioned this, right? So we have to use the same type of action in order to make this happen. Okay, so this is counter increment. Another one we have to create for counter decrement. And talking about the payload, so we are not sharing any payload for now. Here we are just creating two different type of action. Only you can also create one action. On the basis of type we can define like is it decrement or is it increment. But for now, to make it simple, I am just creating two different type of action and dispatching those actions here in the increment and in the decrement. Okay, so if it is increment, then we have to call this increment. Okay, if it is decrement, okay, then we have to create then we have to call this counter decrement. That's it. Okay, so we'll create two buttons here, increment and decrement. Okay, so if you will click on the increment button, you will call the increment, and if you will click on decrement button, then you will call decrement. Okay, so for now what I'm doing here, I'm going to create two different buttons. So I'm going to use existing button component only. Here I'll call increment. Okay, but see here, you cannot call like this. Okay, decrement, you have to use your props dot increment. Okay, props dot decrement. Cool. So let me see the view first of all. So here you can see, guys, we are getting this issue at line number 3. Okay, counter reducer dot js, and here what is the issue? Okay, counter action, counter reducer, counter reducer. Yes, we are using equal, right? So let me give like this. It should be fine now. Okay, reload this application. Cool. So we are getting the content, but not in the center. So for this, what we have to do, go to the counter action, but it's look like something action, right? We have to give some name here, some correct name. Counter action, let's say component. Okay, this is also not very much correct here, but for now we can keep like this. Okay, and also guys, you can separate this map state to props, dispatch to props in a different file as well. Okay, it's up to you. To make this simple, I'm just creating these all stuff here in the single file only. Okay. Okay, so in view I'm giving something called inline styling. So you can use the style sheet also, or you can use another style component as well. So let me give the flex one and justify content in the center. Okay, and align. Cool. Okay, so here we have the counter action, increment, decrement. In this map state to props, I'm just fetching this state. So let me print this count. So I'm going to use effect. So we have to import this use effect from React. This is fine now. Okay, so debug with Chrome, and here we don't need input. We have to make it like did mount. So just passing the empty array over here. Go to console, and here this count is, what is this count? Okay, so we have to access through this props.count. Okay, cool. So what we're getting in this count data, we are getting this counter reducer and then count 0. So what we have to do, we have to read this counter reducer first. State.counter reducer. Okay, dot count. So now if you'll access count, you'll get the exact data. So I'm just using here. Okay, so now you can see, so the default value of this count is 0, so you can see this 0. Okay, if you'll press on this increment, this should increase, right? But this is giving you error. So you can see here we are facing this error. Action must have been plain object and instead of actual type was function. Okay, no worries on this, because so this is the old approach. We have to use the latest approaches. Okay, so what are those latest approach? Let me give you the little glance on that. So just type react hooks and use dispatch. Okay, so this you can use only in functional component. Okay, so they are doing what? They are just providing the provider here at the top root, and then they are passing the store here. Okay, so I am interested in use selector, and one more thing is use dispatch. Yeah, so I'm interested in these two things. So let me go to use selector. So here this, like this we have to import this use selector. Okay, we have to import from React Redux. Go to the component. Okay, so what we have to do, just paste this, and we don't need to use actually connect. This is the old approach. Okay, so this is the new video in 2021, so I wanted to show you guys the new updated thing only. So you can delete this, you can clear this, you can cut this. This is the actions, these are the actions. So we need this actions, so we need these actions. We don't need this, we don't need this. Let me remove this, and here export default, no need of const. Cool. Okay, so inside the export you cannot use export, so let me remove this export too. If you want to see the error, I'll show you the error. Okay, then I'll remove this export. Okay, so let me put the comment here. For now what I'm doing, I want to use effect first. Use effect, and here I wanted to show you something. Okay, so how to use selector? Just copy this line, and so use this line use selector inside the component only, but not here inside the use effect. If you will use inside the use effect, it will throw you error. Okay, so what is in the inside of this counter? So let me first remove this counter, state.counter. I want to fetch this state only, the whole state. So here console dot log, okay, counter, and then counter. Cool. Let me read this first. Okay, so what is the issue? Import and export may only appear at the top level. So you can see, I told you earlier, right? So here, this is the export and export, right? You cannot use another export inside the another export. so just removing this export, and here we go. What is the issue? Counter action component is not defined. Okay, let me refresh this application first. We'll see what will happen. So use effect is not defined. Let me copy and paste here. Cool. Refresh this application. Okay. Again refreshing this application. Okay, reload, relaunch the application. No bundle URL present. Okay, so what need to be done? we need to terminate it and need to rerun React Native run iOS. Okay, so what I am planning here, when the user is clicking on this button, the onPress function will trigger, this prop will trigger, and using this prop I have to call my action and I have to dispatch my action too. So I'll use dispatch, but timing now I'm not using anything. So I'm just, what I'm doing here, I have to remove this actually. So I'm just removing this and just putting the call back here like this. Cool. Okay, so now application is launched and here we go. Let me, okay, this debugger is open, already open. Okay, so counter, okay, so counter reducer, you can see we have count inside the counter reducer, that is 0. Okay, go to this application again, go to this code again, and okay, so what I have to do is we need to read counter reducer dot count, and then we can directly use this counter. Cool, it will show you 0 here. Yeah, 0. But if you keep clicking on this increment and decrement, nothing will happen. Why? Because we have to dispatch the actions, these actions, right, to increase and to decrease. Okay, so go to this React Redux official documentation and search use dispatch, and here we go, copy this line. First we have to import also, so we have to import this from React Redux. Okay, use this, copy this line and just use here. So this line also you have to use inside the component. So let me copy this dispatch. So dispatch, and I have to call my action name. Clear. Let me go to this application once. If we will click on this increase, this is increasing, keep increasing. See, if you are clicking on the decrement button, nothing will happen. So if you will click on the decrement button, nothing will happen, right? So let's do for the decrement also. Call this counter decrement. Cool. Okay, what wrong? What wrong? Okay, now this is fine. Increment and decrement. Okay, so this storage, or you can say the store value, is not persisted. This store is at the global level of this application. So like I said, if you'll kill this application, what it means, it will erase the data and it will show you 0 here again. Let's see. Yeah, see this. Okay, increment, decrement. So this is all about my React Redux setup. So let me recap this again. Guys, it's a very simple thing. Okay, in the index.js we are calling this app.js. Inside the app.js we are using the provider and the store here, and then we are wrapping this parent component, whatever you can say, here in the tree. Okay, so if you are providing your component inside the provider, that means your component can access this store. If you're not providing your component inside the provider, that means you will not be able to access the store value. Okay, so here what is the store? So inside the store, what we are doing, we are creating the store, we are passing the root reducer here, and let me remove this console. Okay, and this is a function where we are passing the state and action, and we are calling another function. In this we are combining all the reducer, because right now at this point of time we have only one reducer for the counter application. We can have multiple different other reducer, we can all collect and then we can pass over here like this. So in future there can be many different kind of reducer, like cart reducer. Okay, so you can add like this here. Okay, so for now we have counter reducer, so we are just passing this counter reducer over here. So we are just combining the reducer, and then let me show you what is counter reducer. So counter reducer is just like a plain JavaScript object where we are using the switch case conditions. Like if suppose that the type is coming A, then we have to use this. If B, then this. B means decrement. Okay, A means increment. So the type should match. If the type is matching, then we have to execute this. Otherwise, this. And if it's nothing case is matching, then we have to just return the state only. Whatever the state we have, like count 0. This is the initial state. Cool. Let me remove the console as well. Okay, this is done. The store is done. App is done. Index is done. So what else? This is the component, the UI component, you can say. So in this UI component, this is the counter action component. See, this one is the component. Okay. So what we are doing, let me remove this use effect. So first of all, this is the functional component. And here what we are using, using two things here, use selector and use dispatch. So use selector is just to fetch the data from the store, and use dispatch is to dispatch an action for reducer so that reducer can update the value inside the store. Okay, so this is the view, this is the text where we are showing this counter, 0, 1, 2, whatever the value, and these are two buttons, increment and decrement. So if you're clicking on increment, then we are dispatching, use dispatch we have. So using this, we are dispatching an action. This is the action with the type. And here you can also pass payload. But right now we don't need to use this payload, so we are not using this payload. But in the future video or in the second video, we will show you how to pass the payload and how we can update the data exactly. So this is just an example. I've shown you where we are just incrementing and decrementing the value using the Redux. Okay, this is a very simple example. You can find a lot of video on YouTube, a lot of content on Google. It's a very simple thing. So obviously I've created a simple thing for you to understand, to better understand this, what is to better understand what is Redux and what is the concept. Okay, how we can play with this. And also I tried to show you couple of the latest thing, like we are using use selector, use dispatch to reduce a lot of complexity, to reduce a lot of line of code, obviously. So this is all about for the Redux, and thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you so much. Bye.